We got a great special guest once again. Somebody's real special, not just to me, but to the city of Charlotte, Coach Malcolm Sanders.
What I would think, kid that started 5 and under with me is probably the best three-point shooter ever shot the ball.
And he started with you.
Yeah. And I said I taught him how to shoot a three, but back then he was able to shoot it.
Okay.
That right there just, just makes me feel.
We back, episode 6.
Absolutely.
And I had to wear my Georgia Tech today.
Hey.
Not Carolina off the other day.
Carolina
I'm
off.
going to say it, Coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we back, episode 6, man. Both Sides of the Game podcast. My partner, OG, right here, Harold Johnson. And we got a great special guest once again. We come in with great, legendary guests every time. We got my former coach, the CEO, founder of Who Got Game basketball program, really impacting a lot of lives. One of the most legendary people and mentors. Went to App State, another Kappa man.
Yeah.
Once again,
Yo.
2 Kappa man shows in a row with you and Coach CJ. So I want to really formally introduce somebody that's real special, not just to me, but to the city of Charlotte, Coach Malcolm Sanders.
Hey, appreciate just being here, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, anything that you ask, I'm here. I support you
That's right.
100.
That's right.
Georgia Tech, good win.
Thank
Even
you,
though I'm
man.
a Carolina type person.
Yeah, I know.
But at the end of the day,
Hey,
I
nah.
pulled against Carolina
Yeah.
when
they play Tech.
But when they played Tech,
That's
I pulled for you.
All right,
Georgia
cool.
Tech
I'll take
for that.
I believe.
Any of my players, whoever they play for, I don't care who I'm with,
Right.
I go with them.
Yeah.
It's all about love.
I believe
Family.
that. I believe that.
Sure.
When I
That was a
walked
big
in, no
win.
coach
That was a
wasn't
big
smiling.
Hey.
Nah, it's all good, man. Nah, but just want to know, we know fellow Charlatan, the OG. Just a little bit about your upbringing in basketball in the city, in the state of basketball when you were growing up, high school, middle school, high school, going into college.
Right. Well, pretty much just like every other little kid. Everybody got that dream about playing at the next level.
Yeah.
And I was that type of person that I was an athlete. I was a pretty good player. I was pretty good in football, basketball, and track.
Yeah.
Continue to grow, advance my skills among my youth.
Yeah.
When I got about middle school at Randolph Junior High,
Yeah.
I was MVP in football, basketball, and track.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I was MVP. I was one of those guys that
You was
knew he was going to be
triathlete.
there. What? Yeah,
Right.
so that was at Randolph. And
Randolph.
as it continued, this is a game itself. I thought I didn't know between football and basketball which one I was going to do. I think I kind of did them both till I got to about high school. And I was one of the football stars. I was preseason All-State
Right.
and everything, and I got hurt.
Okay. Yeah.
And I couldn't play basketball. Kind of hurt me there. But the love of the game for both was there. Ended up getting hurt. All the scholarships, pretty much had pretty much a lot of scholarship on football. Once you get hurt, you know how that go.
Yeah.
Everything disappeared.
Yeah.
So I decided to run track just to get in school.
Yeah.
So I went to school, on track school at Appalachian.
Yeah.
I kind of walked on in basketball as well as football. But like I said, just those type things kept me motivated to try to get to that next level.
Right. What high school did you go to?
I went to East.
You went to East
Mac.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know
We
that.
won
East
the
side,
state.
East
We won the
side.
state.
Oh,
Football,
yeah? Football?
Football won the state.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you won the state of East Mac?
Yeah.
Wow.
Won the state in
We
East
thought
Side
Steph
football.
Curry this. Wow.
Yeah. So like I said, football was really that sport for me per se. And basketball, I was that man in basketball too, younger. But at the end of the day, football, I kind of gravitated to more so than basketball. And like I said, ended up running track. I was a pretty good track star. Had a couple of records.
Those records up there at App.
a couple of records.
Did you play football at App State?
No, I walked on that up there, but I decided not to play. Kind of got frustrated with the game.
Yeah.
Couldn't get back to the standards out. You know how it's a walk-on. You don't give you that look like you really need to have. Even if you got it, the ones on scholarship will get a little bit more.
Right.
But then I came home, and this little fella, y'all probably don't talk about him, KC.
Yeah, my man.
KC.
KC, you coming on the show, man.
Right. So, KC was young, and he was always shooting basketball in his yard. And, man, I wish I had somebody to actually do what I'm getting ready to try to do for this kid. Just get me in the gym, to get me better, to start a program where it's just about teaching kids.
Right.
So I went up to Neoma Drennan, which is Grayson Recreation Center, and kind of went in there and talked to Bob Gretchen. He's the center director. I said, Bob, man, you know how white people start kids early with golf? I want to do the same thing with basketball. Right. I want to start a 6 and under league. Right. He said, well, Malcolm, how they going to get up to the goal? So we pondered and we talked, and he invented a goal that went on top of a goal.
The ones that was lower. Yeah, I remember.
So I was like, well, step number one. I like, that's perfect. Because now, looking at KC at his house, he lowered the goal.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let's create a little league. So with that said, I kind of put it out there and gravitated. I was able to get a league started. And at that particular time, too, that's when the Hornets just got in.
Yeah.
So I was like, going to the Hornets games. I seen Steph and Steph out there playing. So I went to Dale. I said, Dale, you know what? And I went to sign you to. I'm going to start 6 and under league. Can your son play? You know what I'm saying? And not to say he was a shooter back then, but the fact of being involved with the Hornets, to try to get them involved with a league that I'm trying to start, I thought that taught major for what I was trying to do.
So you approached Dell about getting the young team.
Yeah,
The six-
starting
wow.
6 and under.
Wow.
So
Wow,
I just
big.
told him, any way possible that, he can play. He said, well, we'll sign him up. So actually, that team with KC and Stephen on it was my first team that I coached just out of high school with the lead and everything.
Stars.
The Stars.
Charlotte Stars.
Well, back then it was the flavor of Charlotte.
Flavor, yeah.
So we went from the flavor of Charlotte to Flames and eventually to the Stars.
Can you explain to people because I didn't know the Stars was an acronym.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Actually stands for self-esteem through achievement, responsibility, and sports. So that was the acronym that we did. So that way the kids look at it was just more than basketball.
Right,
It was
right.
other things that we wanted to teach.
Right.
And, that's kind of what happened with that.
Right. Y'all had a strong program, man.
Yeah.
And it's back now.
Back. It's back.
It's back.
It's coming back
Yes,
if it ain't back.
I seen some
son's
good
playing.
plays. I seen a few of them.
Yeah.
So,
More your son on there too. I see he can
Yeah.
shoot it. He can shoot it.
So
Doing
what
my
I
song.
did, creating the Stars, I looked at the asteroids and all that. I said, you know what? I'm gonna start these kids at 6 and under. Cause Park and Rec started 7 and 8. I started running 5 and 6. So my program in Neoma Drennan, we ran a 6 and under program there. By the time they got 7 and 8, and we got into the 7 and 8 lead where the rest of the center started, we over there dribbling, passing the whole 9 yards. The 7 and 8 just coming in.
They just started.
They just started. So we're ahead of the game.
Right.
So with that said, eventually what happened, we didn't start AAU till they got to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we had a feeder program where it kind of built.
Yeah.
And we was able to gravitate these to this level, to this level, to this level. So when we came to AAU, we made a big splash.
Right.
We did a 10 and under and 11 on the team, and we both of them pretty much went to the Nationals, finished pretty high in the Nationals. We actually, at one team, at 10 and under with KC and Stephen, we missed winning the national championship our first year out by 1 point. And that was the shot that Stephen took to put us in either overtime or to win it. That kind of,
And this was 10 and under?
I was at 10 and under.
10 and under. Y'all was down in Florida.
Florida. Yep. Disney World.
Disney World. I remember
Everybody
that.
talk about Disney World, wanted to go to Disney World just because of Mickey Mouse. We wanted to go to Disney World because we wanted to win that.
We wanted to win the chip.
That chip.
But that's fun. I remember those days. And
In fact, I tried to get you on one of those teams.
when I was 10,
10 or 11.
No, I remember.
Hey, 10 or 11, I was, hey, man, Mo, you need to go out. But I'm still with you
remember
and my boy CJ and all them over there. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I tried.
no, I remember because I remember I was over there at Naomi Drennan. We usually don't go over there and play.
Right.
And I was over there playing, and then you and Steph Curry took me in the office and was trying to recruit me.
Yeah, we was.
And I said, I can't leave the people, man. I can't leave my dudes,
You
man.
didn't do it, man.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
We
I
tried.
remember
We
that.
put a little pressure on them.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, we had some good old days, man.
Oh, yeah, great, man. What you got, Coach?
I'm just sitting here, man, and I'm just, this is just great feeling for me. By the way, man, you see the shirt Back to Basics. Malcolm is dealing with this here.
Yeah, that's my nonprofit right there.
So, thank you for the shirt. Yeah. I just want to talk about some of the talent that the Stars had because, shout out to Renault Dixon, gave me an opportunity to come aboard with the Stars with 11 and under with his son, RJ, and those guys, and Dominique, and rest in peace to Trey Howard. It just had your guys had an abundance of talent.
Yeah, we did. Recruiting was one of my better talents. Actually going out there to try to solidify some of the best talent, as well as some of the talent that we already groomed through the ages in the program that we had, the feeder program. But we was able to put together some amazing teams.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I think at one time it was Steph Curry, Donnell Mack. Who was on that team? One time you had a 16 and one of them teams was really, really good. You guys had.
Corey was a little older than
right.
But he was a little older than
I had the other Corey too, the big Corey.
Big Corey. Yeah. Big Corey was he was amazing. Yeah.
Well, just talking about the younger group, or you starting that younger group, and being the first to really do that because nobody had kids at 6 years old.
No, they did.
And playing them. How do you feel now? I see you back in the gym with the Stars again. He's back. So I'm just letting you know, watch out. He's back. He's got more. He's got Morrow's son on there.
Hey, we in there.
But how does it feel to get back in it? Just get back in it, man.
Well, tell you the truth, Harold, you never away from it.
Wow.
Because the game of basketball means so much.
Right.
Not to me, just in kids in general. And then having a son to come back home that want to be involved and starting this thing with Who Got Game.
Yeah.
Talk Mac, just for the love of the game. And to see some of the kids that actually out there, not either playing in the NBA, coaching, amazing jobs, education. Because at the end of the day, I tell every kid, we're not trying to get you to the NBA. We're trying to get you a scholarship. If we do that, we undid our part. Right. Anything beyond that, hats off.
Well, I can definitely speak about my son. The other day we was doing the podcast for CJ and we shouted out the Stars. And I said, well, Corey played for. Corey said, nah, Stars.
I had to come and get Corey too.
Yeah,
I went and got Corey too. I came and got Corey too.
But I said I was going to tell this story. We was at a tournament down in Atlanta. Shout out to Renault Dixon, man. You're coming. I'm coming for you, Renault. Just know that.
Coach.
Good
right?
coach.
So we took about 2 teams down there. I'm not sure it was 2 or 3. We get down there to Swanee Center, and we won the first game, blew them out. Won the second game, blew them out, right? And I think the other team was maybe a 12 and another team with us. So they went in. Then all of a sudden, it seemed like the whole place turned on us. The whistle started going against us, and Renault said, listen.
That was every gym.
Yeah, Renault said, listen, y'all. Let's get this done and get out of here and get to the vans, right? Mm-hmm. And it looked like we were not literally fist to cuff, but the refs were just, Renault was like, they're trying to cheat us. We got to just fight through it. Mm-hmm. And we ran through that tournament and had to get back to Charlotte. We had the wheels was on 2 wheels coming out that parking lot. It was just
chasing y'all up out of there.
It was just an experience. And Renault, I think with that team, I know. They took the Nationals that year, that 11 and under team.
Right.
That was a really good team, and I think Renault, thank you as well for bringing me on because I was fresh out of 5-star.
Yeah,
so
5-star.
I was coming in with the drills and things like that, and Renault gave me an opportunity. But like I said, the Stars, man, you guys made a lot of noise. I can tell you this much. Charlotte, period. Beat any AAU team here out of town. Somebody would be like running around chanting. We beat the Charlotte team. So you guys are. This is worse than New York when you beat a New York team. Everybody's chanting and raving about it.
I'm gonna tell you, one year, from 9 all the way through 16, we either won the state or it was run up the state. That's when I knew that I had arrived. Yeah. That's because, like I said, after looking and trying to develop an AAU, you had to know. And you had to have a feeder program to where you want and where it was able to grow. But those were some good years.
Yeah. Some great players to come through, man. I want to ask you this though, Coach. Like, since you've been around the game, man, I mean, you done forgot more basketball than I know. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just with the knowledge, what's your take on, like, the state of high school basketball or AAU basketball?
It's a couple things, really.
Then versus now.
Right. There's a couple things that I look at, too, just for basketball in general. It done changed a lot.
Right.
I think our kids done got complacent where they don't do the things that we did back in the day from sun up to sundown.
Right.
They train a lot, but then, too, even with training, know how to train and then use it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes do an in and out, they bound, but they're going to come back and put it through their leg because they've been trained to do that.
Yeah.
And then the defense right back on you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's
That's
just knowing what to do and when to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I don't think we ain't got as many kids buy into the defensive factor.
Right.
Everybody got to realize offense is good, defense win games.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I just think as a whole, just the game itself doesn't change. But it's for the good, per se. Because at the end of the day, who would ever think the kid that started 5 and under with me is probably the best three-point shooter that ever shot the ball.
And he started with you.
Yeah. And I said I taught him how to shoot a three, but back then he was able to shoot it. But to be that, and then not just him and yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being one of the greatest. You won the 3-point championship 1 year too. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's high school, not in the NBA.
No, I'm
unfortunately.
You won the best 3-point.
Oh,
shooters.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just talking about percentage of those years back then.
Yes, sir.
But anyway,
Appreciate that.
Right there just make you feel good.
Some of your players, just give me a brief rundown on some of the players that went on to go to college. Of course, you got Steph and his brother. They in the pros, 3 championships. Congratulations to you with coming from the Stars. And the ones that went on that's into business, that's a part that Merle wants to speak about. It's the other side, both sides of the game, business. Could you kind of touch on that?
Well, you got a couple of them that came through that went to the next level. You got Ishmael Smith.
Ish, yeah.
He came through the program. He done played every NBA team per se.
Right.
In
Yeah,
the NBA.
seriously. Yeah, for real.
So
he broke a record or something. Yeah.
Great journey.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to
what
Ish
I'm saying?
Smith. Gotta get you on, man.
Then you got also you got a couple that's stem from the program and Stars through the United Stars that's in the league now. You got Grant
Williams.
Yep. You got
KC Rivers.
got quite a few. Tell you the truth, Donnell Mack. You got played at Kentucky. He had a great year there.
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's so many. I can't. Man,
He got a lot, man.
It's a lot.
We had some real talent back then, man. When it was, because I think the order it was, because I know it started off Sonics, then it was Nets, and then it was the Royals and the Aces.
Yep.
Y'all were after that, right?
We were right after
right,
that.
okay. Yeah.
Then the Monarchs were right after that.
Monarchs,
So
yep.
all like I said, the Aces we kind of joined them that 1 year.
Really?
Yeah, we was part of it.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I knew that's what y'all kind of.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But we kind of went our separate ways.
Yeah.
And then too, man, I love basketball, man.
Yeah, cool.
Even with the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Back in the day when Bill did it.
Bill Shelton.
Bill Shelton, it went to several people. You had Brett did it. You had Morrow did it. You had Jeff McGinnis did it.
I played in Jeff McGinnis, the hoop
You got
family.
Lonzo now that does it with myself. So just the talent of basketball, man. We try to bounce this ball year round.
Yeah, for real.
Well, don't your son? He runs a hell of a program here. Who got
yeah.
game? The semi-pro league. He's doing a great job.
He's doing
with
a
that.
great job. Like I said, my hat's off to Jalen. He came back, took exactly where I left off.
Yeah.
With the Sugat game, doing like 8-9 weeks of summer camp. Doing clinics, working out kids, making it affordable for kids, making it where the ones that can't help, can't do for themselves, making a way for them, scholarships, partial scholarships.
Right.
He got a big tournament coming up this upcoming weekend He's doing a all-star, middle school all-star game. He
Oh,
got
yeah?
some of the top talent.
Middle school?
Yeah.
Where at?
He's doing it at Mile Creek.
Oh,
It's
okay.
next Saturday, February the 10th. But 3 games. He's going to do 6 and under, 7 and under, 8 and under, and a girls. And got some of the top players playing it. And
That's big.
so
Interesting.
that's going to be
Right.
big.
Shout out to Jalen, man. Jalen been doing a lot of good work
Yeah.
since he moved back to Charlotte, man.
And to my daughter, too.
Janae Sanders.
She playing in Minnesota, so she's doing well up there. She graduated from Appalachian with grad and undergrad. And good thing with Jalen, he graduated from Appalachian with his undergrad and Hampton with his grad. So my sons and my daughter as well, like I said, it's more than just basketball.
Yeah.
Get that education.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, that's what you want to be paid for.
It's a fact. That's real.
'Cause
Shout
that
out
ball will stop bouncing.
to Thing
one
gonna
day.
stop bouncing one day. It can't bounce forever.
Wow.
I don't care who you are.
Well, that's interesting. Morrow had brought up a point. This is another part of the podcast when you're dealing with both sides of the game business. That's why I posed a question on you, like, what are some of the players doing now that didn't go overseas or didn't make it in the NBA? What are they contributing to society, especially here in Charlotte? With jobs or just things like that. Because I knew you guys have alumni that's got to be, yay long.
We got just off the cuff. We got RJ, Renard.
Oh, well, shout out to RJ.
A lawyer right here.
Lawyer.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You got
And
you
an
got-
agent.
Yeah, an agent.
Wow.
So then you got a lot of coaches. We got a lot of coaches that went into the game because they fell in love with the game. For how you showed them the love that you showed to them earlier as a coach, they fell in love with it. Because you got some at West Charlotte, you got some at Guernsey,
North Mac, too.
North Mac. You got them all over.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
And
This is the first day of February Black History Month, and we just gotta, I always tell people, share history. We should have a whole year. It should be every day for us, for our history, for what we went through. But it's an honor to me to be here with you guys the first day of Black History, because this is history.
Right.
We're doing right here. This never been done. This guy
a
right
fact.
here made it known. He said, "Coach, this ain't never been done, and we're gonna do it." So I just want to give a little piece of history about this right here. Like, me coming to Charlotte and working under Howie Garfinkel, I came down here and I established the first 5-star development program.
yeah,
Okay, and in Black History, today being the first day, that's something that has to be shared and go. Hopefully, everybody that watched this, this is what it is. This is we have to share our history more and more. And I'm not knocking other races, things like that. We're not even going there. But as for us, for these 28 days, 27 days we got, let's just push it out there. Whether it's basketball, whether it's having jobs, opening up businesses, whether it's in the hospital era, teaching era, whatever it is. Let's push our history out. Let's push it out.
Actually,
Very cool.
a good thing about going back to this Black history per se, probably a lot of people, some do know and some don't know, Buck Long. We used to do a lot of parties and all that. We had Black history T-shirts and all that.
Right.
But a lot of people don't know what Buck stand for. It actually stood for Blacks United Conveying Knowledge.
Wow.
So it's
That's
an
what I didn't
acronym.
know.
Run that back me again.
Blacks United Conveying Knowledge. And
I thought that was a person when I was growing up.
well, I'm gonna tell you what happened with that. And long was short for longevity. So
Okay.
what happened with that? We did a lot of parties and events, and we had T-shirts.
Yeah.
Bob Simpson came out, right?
Yeah.
So we did a character that was kind of drawn from myself as well as my brother,
Yeah.
and made Buck. So Buck was on his T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
So when you ever seen Buck on a T-shirt,
Yeah.
you seen Bob, and then you had Buck with mugs, you had Bucks with Jay New, you had Bucks with Larry Johnson. So we did different T-shirts with them on it, with
Wow.
different Black History sayings.
So y'all basically y'all was ahead of y'all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all created
Yeah, we
merch.
created-
Y'all had
yeah.
merchandise.
Yeah, merchandise. Yeah.
Buck Long.
Buck Long.
I thought that was a person my whole time.
In fact, really,
Because
a
we
lot
was
of-
little. We ain't know. I'm
right.
like, what Buck
But
Long? Who's that?
A lot of that money and the events that we did, that was able to help offset the stars' teams fees and stuff, and where we went.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
So fundraising. So we did a lot of fundraising through our parties and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a part of back then. So that's what Buck stood for.
Getting knowledge again, man.
Yeah.
Every show I learned something new.
That's it.
It's crazy.
Ain't no party like a Buck Long party. Cause
Yo,
a Buck Long party
don't
don't stop.
That
was it.
That was it.
That
That was
was
it. That was
real
it.
person.
And the good thing about it though, we had the biggest stars to come through. We had parties with everybody. We did parties with Larry Johnson. We had Mike to come through. We had Jordan. You know, so we did them with all. So
Y'all was over there at the Adams Mark Hotel.
Alice Mark,
I
City
knew
Fair,
it.
City
I knew
Fair.
City Fair,
Oh,
yeah.
When I first moved
Yeah.
here, Buck Long, I'm like, who's Buck Long?
Yeah.
When I actually met
Say-
Malcolm, I
yeah.
was like,
The older generation said, "Hey, what's up, Buck?" Don't know my real name is Malcolm. Cause
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
everybody called me Buck. I went on with it because at the end of the day, somebody had to be Buck.
Yeah.
Because we on the radio. So what we did, most of our parties, Buck Long, Muggsy, Dale, Lonzo, Zoe, whatever,
Right.
could be in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we said their name, we made sure we said Buck. So we made Buck a big character. We made him a big star.
Yeah.
So if people like, you know, then eventually we didn't necessarily have to say Muggs, Dale, and whatever the case may be, we say Buck Long because they knew they were going to be there anyway.
Right.
So
Y'all
yeah,
had
create
that
that
traction.
hype. Yeah, so that's
Yeah, y'all was
so
definitely
that marketing,
behind.
yeah.
Y'all marketed. That's
Yeah.
genius marketing,
Yeah.
especially back then.
Yeah, me and my brother Fred, we did that thing.
That's some real history.
Yeah.
I told Malcolm earlier I was going to share this on the podcast. When I first met Michael Jordan, it was at 5-Star, right up in Pittsburgh. Robert Morris University was Pit 3. Jordan had brought Jeffrey up there. So golf didn't allow nobody. I was like golf's guy. I drove golf all around.
Yeah.
So Jordan came. He said, "Harold, let's bring him up to the court." So now I'm like, Jordan. I'm riding like this. I'm stiff, like I'm scared to say something to him. And he had the illest Jumpman suit on.
Yeah.
So I'm riding the golf cart. I'm going up to the outdoor courts, and I said, "You know what? I'm gonna take a shot at him." Right? So he's sitting there. So I said, "You know, I'm from Charlotte." He said, "Oh yeah, really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You know Malcolm?" He said, "Man, yeah, Malcolm's my guy." Like that, right? So I said, "Yeah, I seen the picture with Malcolm's son and you and at his house." He said, "Yeah, that's my guy, man." Right? So we riding, we get up to the court. So Golf didn't want nobody to stand around him, the coaches. So when Golf got up there in his golf cart, me and Jordan sitting on the golf cart, and he's watching Jeffrey in Station 13. Anybody know about Station 13? I mean, a lot of guys try to duck it, but it's like an abundance of drills for about an hour and a half. Balls are going. So Jordan's sitting there, and he's watching Jeffrey, man. So then Golf says, this is true. This is for real. And he said, "Harold, take him down to the cafeteria." So we ran down the hill, right? Ran down the hill. I took him to his van, got in the van, and then he left. So the next day, I'm at the cafeteria. So I see a van pull up. I see him get out here on like a navy blue, but he had the short sleeve, and he get out. He got the hat on. He got that walk. The Jordan, he got the walk.
Yeah.
So he comes up the hill, and I stop him, right? And he said, "Listen, I want to go in there and pay my respects to Howie and Mr. Klein before I go." He said, "But I don't want the kids and I don't want these coaches to go all crazy." I said, "Well, listen, that's not going to happen. I'm the head counselor here." So I said, "Well, guess what? You got a surprise." He said, "I got a surprise." I said, "Coach K's in there. So this could be a little interesting." I said, "Come on, follow me." So we walk up to the to the cafeteria, and I open the door. Now, it's 500 kids sitting in there in the cafeteria. Table right there, Golf, Coach K, Mr. Klein, all the other coaches. So a guy named Simi from Israel, he brings kids from Israel every summer. So I open the door, Jordan come in, all the kids were like, ooh. All their faces just shift over. Yeah. So I walk them up to the table, and Simi yells out, "He's returned to his birthplace." Right? Everybody's looking like, so he's hugging Golf, he's shaking Mr. Klein's hand. So I had a little pocket camera, so I'm just taking pictures. And the picture of him and Coach K, like, I actually have it, right? So when it was over, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought the kids were going to bum rush him, like, ah!
Yeah.
So I was just like,
they probably was just shocked.
yeah, I was in security mode,
him.
like, sit down, stay down, Yeah. So I said, "You ready?" So Golf said, "Get him out of here, get him out. I don't want the kids to go crazy." So as we're walking out, I mean, this is something I'll never forget. 500 kids stood up and turned and applauded him. And Jordan hit him with the,
I'm out.
Walked him down to the van, and he left. And I was like, I could not believe this. Only at 5-star. I would have never had a chance to meet him. But he didn't respond until I said, do you know Malcolm? So it was like,
that's my man.
He said, that's my man. He said, you know Malcolm? I said, yeah, I know Malcolm, man. My son played on his team. But anyway, that's that story. And
Man,
it just a lot of stuff goes on in life, man. You never know. It comes right around, full circle.
I think too, just throwing the events and being and everything. Met quite a few of the NBA players.
Oh,
Much
man,
some
forget
of my
about
boys that come through the events and everything. But talking about Mike, his brother Larry, that's my guy. He first got to Charlotte. Me and him, we ran through the gyms. I was like an old playground legend back there.
Yeah.
Per se. But me, I used to go down. I'm telling you, Mike got hopped.
Right.
But Larry, me and Larry used to come down, and I just lob it. He'll go
So he could jump.
Can he jump?
What?
Whoa.
You talking about?
Both of your faces
He
turned.
might still be
Working
able to
that
dunk
jump,
right now. He may still be able to dunk.
Man, you talking about some stupid. I started dunking probably about 8th, 9th grade, but my hops compared to his hops,
But he wasn't tall, right? How
no,
tall?
he was about my size, a little shorter.
Wow.
But we wrecked some park and rec leagues when he first got here. But yeah, that's my man too.
Man, this is so good having you guys sitting here and we this podcast is just it's unbelievable. Man.
That's why it's fun. It's fun because
Yes, it is.
Ah,
you
yeah,
learning.
you
You can just, we laid back, and I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love that because a lot of the good feedback we get from the city and surrounding areas is the fact that, it's like knowledgeable, but it's also, it's a laid back feel. Not everybody want to come on here. So it's fun, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely enjoying myself. Like I said, just talk about basketball.
Talking basketball, come on. Now.
To my boy.
You told
Hey,
you.
all day
Hey,
long.
listen. Let me tell you something. And more, I got to keep bringing this up. You said this. You said, man, it's going to grow. We ain't in no race. It's marathon. And the way it's going, and it's looking like that. Malcolm, this is something I want to just run by you as we talk about a marathon. What do you see? Well, how do you compare Charlotte's richness of basketball to other states, other cities? How do you
I think we're just richer than the state it is.
Whoa.
Period. I think we got the talent that done came out of here. Hey, it's in black and white. Color too. What picture you looking at?
What picture you looking at?
You
heard it here.
gems.
Both sides of the game.
Gems.
All I'm doing is putting it out there.
That's why we say who got game? Charlotte got game.
Whoa.
See?
Whoa.
See, I tried to tell him, man. Look at me crazy. I got boys from L.A. I don't want to hear that. Chicago, Detroit, Miami. I don't care what you say, bro. I'm standing on it. We hoop state.
Hoop State.
You heard it from Coach.
Who
North
got
Carolina.
game? Hoop State, Charlotte State, whatever you want to do. We got it. And that
Talk.
That's interesting, man, because that was mentioned a while ago in the last podcast, and it's just the phones was ringing. Guys were calling, what are you talking about, man? So I said to myself, wait a minute. Charlotte's hated like New York, so they're the king of the South. Like, we're the king now down here. Charlotte's wow, unbelievable, man. This is good stuff right here. I'm just honored, man. I wanted to be here. Thank you, man, for even coming on.
no problem. Anytime,
For
man.
real,
Coach
for real.
Malcolm, man, he ain't really the media type like that.
No, he low key.
really.
So I know he'd love me. He'd love us if he came on here, man. You know what I'm saying?
The first thing he told me was like, when I first asked him, come on, Malcolm, he said, I don't really be doing no talking.
Yeah.
I don't be
Keep
doing
it
all
real
that.
with
That's
you.
real talk, man. Keeping it real. So I said, man, look, I got to get Coach on here, man. So we making a lot of good traction, man. We got a lot of fun episodes coming up, man, like this one. And
I really appreciate you bring your son to be a part of this coming back type thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna knock on some doors, we're gonna knock on some heads, and then we're gonna go to bed.
that's right. That's right.
But yeah, we're gonna have fun with this type thing.
Yeah, man, we gonna keep going.
Keep it back.
Lastly, though, I wanted to Oh, you want something? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's waiting for you.
No, lastly, just we talked about the business of your players, but on the other side, like both sides of the game, both sides of the business, you personally, like just what you doing now. I mean, of course, you the godfather of the gym, but what else? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you, retired from Park and Rec, did 30-something years there, and tell you the truth, my major was business. But when I came home, I started in insurance, and then and I was working part-time with Park and Rec. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden my wife said, you're working part-time, why don't you go full-time? When I went full-time, that's when it kind of opened up everything that I wanted to do. Because I had already started a 6-9 league, but I was doing that volunteering for about 6-7 years. But then going into Park and Rec, just to be around the game, to teach the game, and to be able to develop and help and grow the city as a whole at basketball, it was a plus. And now being able to retire, and then All-Star Weekend 3 years ago, the Currys came down after I talked to Housing Authority about putting a gym down here. They put a gym down here, did a nice floor.
Beautiful, man.
Curry Court.
Curry Court. We here, man. We here.
So that was a blessing.
Right.
And for them to come back and do that, and now to be able to do camps and clinics and workouts for the kids throughout the Charlotte area, that's a blessing. And to be blessed, you want to bless too. So that's definitely a good thing. And then too, to have the pro-am for the kids come out and see these kids at a nice facility and have fun, and then having yourself to come back, and the rest of the NBA players to come through. We have quite a few to come through, and for the job that Alonzo Mourning did. Not Alonzo Coleman. Not Mourning. My fault, Zoe. But anyway, big shout out to him. Because he had a dream of taking it to a different level. And I think we're going to take it to that level that's going to maintain, even go higher. We got some of the other NBAs. Stephen going to step in this year, kind of help out with it. So we're looking just to take basketball to a different level. Like you said, that's what we do here. We bounce the ball. We bounce it up pretty high.
Right.
All right.
That's a fact, Coach. You good?
Well, listen. I think we got enough here, man. This was another one in the books. Episode 6.
Episode 6 in the books, man.
6.
Coach Malcolm Sanders,
6.
partner Coach Harold Johnson.
Always love.
Love, yes.
And like I said, peace. Please educate all children equal. That's what the peace stands for. You see me do it in all the pictures. The peace. Please educate all children equal. That's what peace stands for. Peace out.
It's Black History. Let's share it. Let's share it. Let's share our history.
Episode 6. We out, man.
We out.
Appreciate you.
Peace.